shadows whisper, they never sleep. Caught in a maze where the exit's thin. A silent scream crawls beneath my skin. Oh, I'm breaking the chains that hold me down. These walls of fear, they're crashing now. The dark can't claim me, I'm gonna run. Escape this void toward the sun. Breath like thunder, it fills the air. Every heartbeat's a reckless dare. The clock's a traitor, it won't rewind. But I'm unchained by the ties that bind. Oh, I'm breaking the chains that hold me down. These walls of fear, they're crashing now. The dark can't claim me, I'm gonna run. Escape this void toward the sun. Electric sparks dance under my skin. Fighting battles I was born to win. All the cracks show, but I don't care. I'll rise from ruins, I'll meet me there. Oh, I'm breaking the chains that hold me down. These walls of fear, they're
Yo guys, welcome. How is everyone doing? Let me actually switch to the correct mode and then we can get started. If it wants to. There it goes. For some reason it didn't. Oh yeah, because we're still not freaking signed up for CCN. So stupid, keep forgetting. Alright, but we are here today with two wars. We got a back-to-back. We got FB Esports versus Assassin's Creed 2 first up. And we got a Vane Cup war, if I'm not mistaken, up after that. So that's gonna be nice. Not sure what's happening. Wait, let me see real quick here. Just giving my own platform a test drive again. You give me 1 sec. Yes, you can do that. Just had to reconnect the YouTube real quick there, so I could actually see YouTube chat that came in. If it does. Alright, but we got indeed the Infinity Cup, a round of 64 war between FB Esports and Assassin's Creed 2 up first. And after that we will have a war between the Unseen and I can't remember, let me quickly check. In League Utils it is the Unseen versus Horizon Esports, right? And that is in the winners round 3 of the Vane Cup. And we are gonna get a prediction started real quick for the war of FB Esports versus Assassin's Creed. Or Assassin's Creed 2, I should say. Creed 2. Let's make it 5 minutes. Cool, there we go. So if you want to get in on that, let's do that real quick. Can earn some channel points that way if you predict the right winner. And for the rest, you can just sit back and enjoy the show.
this storm inside.
Let me see real quick. I'm streaming from a mini at the moment just because my main is potentially going to be in war later on. Later on as in about, what is it, 50 minutes from now? As a part of that war that we're streaming right after this one. Alright, let's claim this glowy or whatever it is. Alright, let me actually also just put this back to English just so I can actually like see everything again in the way that I'm used to. Am I forgetting anything? I hope not, but if... Oh, Jesus. Got scared for a sec. Yo, Kieran, welcome. Let's see, in the meantime, it looks like everyone's already claimed the base, so that's nice and quick. We got Lions on 5, Nevin on 4, no one on 3 yet, Surajit on 2, and the King on 1. That means that Khan is going to be taking on base number 3. And let's see, we gotta wait a few minutes before that first hit is gonna come in. As you can hear, or I don't even know if you can hear that, but my mirror's so weird. Yeah, for Vane Cup, you mean? Yeah, I honestly don't really understand why they put it in, like reason-wise. But, you know, we just gotta deal with it. Oh well, what you gonna do? Also, how many? Oh, I still have 3 hits left with the boosted true heroes. Also, finally, almost to the point where I'm gonna have 2 accounts in L3, because on my main I am luckily now for a few weeks in L3. And a mortar is about to complete, but I think you won't. I won't what? I won't need to play. Oh, that'd be actually very nice. So I can focus on streaming. But we'll see. I told the guys that I'm okay with playing, but I'd rather not. But you know, if they need me, I'll definitely play. I won't like let them forfeit or whatever. But it would make it a lot easier if I could just focus on streaming. All right, next up is the skeleton trap number 4. And then in 30 minutes we'll have another thing ready. Do you have a rune? Of course not. But that's a matter for in 30 minutes. I know. Yeah, fair. Cool. Pet's finally getting to a stage where they're somewhat decent. Only 3 non-max. The Phoenix for 1 more level. The Frosty for 5 and the Yak for 3. But I feel like in the meantime, we are probably right to around the point where the first attack is going to be coming in. Okay, not quite. I was just getting a bit anxious. Don't even think we did proper lineups here though. So for Assassin Crew, we have King Gerard, we got Sir Lucifer, we got Dark David, we got Cookie, I guess. And we got the one, the only, the GOAT, CR7 Sui. Okay, I couldn't really do that with like full confidence. And then for FB Esports, we have Untamed Lions, we got Surajit, we got Khan, we got Nevin, and we got the King. Nice. That's good lineup. Not really familiar with the teams of Assassin Crew, but as far as I can tell from a point of view of FB Esports, we're looking at a decent lineup here. Though to be fair, better, considering it's the round of 64. You know, you want to actually like get on in there. Also, it wouldn't be a bad thing for me if I didn't have to play. Just because I'm a bit tired, but you know, that's only an excuse if it works. Let me actually get rid of all the notifications on my phone real quick so I don't get distracted extra. And then we open a drink. Let's go. Cool. As we are about at that 37-minute mark. And then that means that Assassin Crew 2 will be hitting first. They're Team A. So that means I'm also on the wrong side. I should be looking at this one. Just because that is the proper side to look on for Team A. Also, I need to quickly make a note for myself. But the first hit is already in. It is surely Lucifer. We're gonna be coming in with the Duke. Let's see. We are going for a at this point I would almost say a traditional Duke charge. Of course, with the resurgence of the flameblower backpack strats, it's again a little mystery and a little bit of a surprise what the strategy of choice is going to be. Oh, wait, no. Normally, of course, you have the Fire Heart, and now we have the Stun Blaster. Kind of interesting though. Let's see, we do have the Spirit Fox on there, of course. And we are going to be following this up with Super Bowlers. Oh, we set a decent funnel. Interesting to see though that the Queen's going outwards and the King is actually being dropped inwards. Would have expected those the exact other way around. And in an early overgrowth on the Revenge Tower. Was gonna say an early rage as well, but that's not the case. Way too late warning ability though, but I think he's gonna get away with it because he's still got the bowlers mainly intact. King's getting his ability popped. Pusher Logger is gonna go off on the bowlers as well. Unless King is gonna be... Ooh, looks like King actually came in clutch here and knocked out the Logger. But it also messed up the bowlers big time already. Looks like Queen is gonna be responsible for taking out the Town Hall here. Or at least the clone of the Queen that's taken out. We don't have a revive anymore because we already used it on a Duke. Oof. Looks like we're going to be starting with a 1-star here in Khan's base. From a point of view of FB Esports, that is amazing. Especially because it's, of course, a knockout war. So, you know, if you lose, you're out. He is going to get a decent-ish %. But of course, not as much as you would you would expect basically. And it's gonna be annoyed by the fact that he only got 1 star. He would have probably traded in about 29% of that for a 2nd star if he had the choice. But he does not. So now let's see how FB Esports is gonna kick off. I hope I can actually stay awake for it. Apparently I'm really tired, even though I don't feel really tired. Let me check something in the meantime real quick though. Let's see how this is looking. Right, the king is in. And we are gonna go for the blower strat. I wasn't quick enough to see what was over there, but it looks like it probably was a... No, it wasn't that. Was it a... No, it wasn't that either. What the frick was over there? I thought it was important. Alright, Warden ability is gonna come in though to protect those dragons and dragon riders. Eyes aren't off to the side with a few Inferno Baby Dragons and Dragon Riders behind it. He's gonna have to get that logger even... No, it's down, never mind. I was gonna say gonna have to protect it even longer. Not much going into the town hall area, which is potentially very bad. Yep. This one not looking great either, and also at a lot lower percent. Does have 1 invis and an overgrowth. But of course overgrowth is not going to protect from heroes, so... What is that overgrowth, buddy? What are you doing? I'm honestly unsure as well, like how is he even gonna get close to fixing this? Like, yeah, I would have expected that he did that, but yeah, it's just gonna be a 1-star as well here, damn. And it's gonna be a 78% 1-star, so even though they had only 79%, Assassin's Creed 2 is gonna be ahead by 1%. Alright, wow, that's a very interesting start to this War 2 1-stars. Not the way I expected it to go at all. But sometimes, you know, it do be like that. I feel like my stats might be tripping though, my support bar thingy. Unless Mr. Medigist most subbed very sneakily. Or wait, is that correct? No, that actually might be correct. Yeah, no, it is correct. Never mind. I'm dumb. All right, but up next we have CR7 in for Assassin Crew. Gonna be starting off with this Monolith Arrow Queen Charge. And it's gonna be following that up with Super Bowlers. Thank you, Nevin, for the follow. Appreciate you, brother. Welcome in. How are you? Hope you're doing well. All right, so for very fruitful Queen Charge. Of course, also, oh wow, not even having to invest too much time in it. Guess that's the upside of having the angry jelly on the queen. Yo, sup? How you doing? Ooh, bowlers are walking. Feel like I've seen this base before, and I even made a short about it, where the queen was indeed walking up that way, and then someone recalled it, and actually it still walked, because when it was deployed again, she still walked upwards. Let's see though, smartly enough, waited for the warden to be deployed to the side where the bowlers went, so he is going to be able to easily save the 2-star. Of course, since a lot of the fire now has been taken away from the queen, she is going to go and get it back up. Kind of curious though whether this is going to work well enough to get into a triple. Mainly because there is still a defensive archer, or sorry, barbarian king on the map. And there is still a little bit of defense, not much, but it can just barely be enough. Duke goes down and archer queen versus barb king and the super wish tower is not going to work. And all of his meld troops also got sniped, so we're going to be ending up with an 83% 2-star. Nice try. At least we got a 2-star this time. By the way, that was not meant as critique towards anyone. It was just a comment after having 2 1-stars. And now we wait for the answer of FB Esports. Let's see though what they can do and if they can even get close to matching and preferably exceeding that percent and stars by 1. Alright, next hit is in. It's gonna be Lions coming in. Lions is gonna be coming in with a Duke charge of sorts, maybe. Looks like it. No, looks like actually super bowlers. So we're gonna be starting with a monolith queen charge, monolith arrow queen charge. Somewhere at some point. But let's see what it can do. Ooh, that's already very, very much a potential issue, because of course he had to invest one of his invis to get the queen to go the right way, and now she is gonna go down if you don't. She's popped her ability. Reaction speed is key, because now he's lost healers. RIP. He's trying his best to lure out some stuff from the CC a certain way. Not sure how much he's actually succeeded in that. At least gonna go into the town hall, so you should be able to get at least that 2-star secured. But we'll have to wait and see. In this case, town hall isn't the issue, but it might be the percent. So I would be highly surprised if he doesn't manage to get 5% more from this. Yeah, there he goes. Of course, actually, to get a better position in the war, he would need to get towards the 83-84% mark. And I would be highly surprised if he manages to get that much. Well, it's gonna get closer than I thought he would, honestly. Nice freeze. Might even get it, yeah. Could get at least very close. Does have the stun blaster still. Poisoning on nothing. He would have had time, then he might have even gotten into the 90s. Wait, did he? Oh yeah, wow, he did a... Oh yeah, because he didn't do a freaking Duke charge. I'm just smart. Right, there goes the stun blaster. And indeed will surpass that percent that that he needed to get the team of FE Esports ahead in this war. I would not have thought of that at all at the start of this one. But we're gonna end at 87%. So that should just barely have brought FB Esports in the lead by about 2%, I think. 3%, okay. I was off by 1. But at least FE Esports is ahead. And now it's a question of whether they can hold on to that lead until the end. But the next attack is in already. We got Dark David. And he is coming in with throwers. Okay. 4 zaps, 4 quakes. Gonna do the blower trick. Does get the... Ooh, wow. Pretty decent value. Considering the angle that he went at, I might have done the Duke the other way, but of course, what do I know? Got a partial Cecilia, looked like a Headhunter and a Furnace came out. And then now we see one part of the funnel set the way the bowlers or the throwers aren't going. Really late on the totem. We'll get the town hall easily because the throwers are just getting good range. And oh wow, looked like one of the wall breakers or a few of the wall breakers actually made it all the way into that compartment, which was interesting. King ability in the meantime looks to have been triggered because he got dropped in to start and how you say that? Reinforce the queen. Queen now popping her ability. But getting also very heavily targeted. And time is running lower than he probably would have liked at this point, but so are the remaining defenses and the remaining buildings. And with the revive, it looks actually not half bad. It looks like we might have a triple on our hands. Rip King's base. Indeed, we will. There's no way the queen is going to be able to defend that all with like 3 million throwers on her face. And indeed, it is going to be a triple. That's going to compensate for the 1-star. So now assessing crew are back on their feet. If you didn't know any better, you would think that it had 2 stars. I'm completely forgetting though to check the fact that, of course, just now we had Dark David. So let's see his stats. See if he's normally keen on 2-star or on 3-starring. Looks like no, normally 2 stars. Or it doesn't 3-star, let's put it that way. Let's see, where or why am I getting a triple tag? And the next attack is in. I just for a second needed some time to spot that it is. We are seeing a backpack. No flameblower though. So curious what the goal was there, but it looked like we did get some trash buildings on the top side. I guess we're just looking for an easy way to funnel throughout the base. Ooh, really early warden ability, but looks like it might not have been the worst choice. Of course, going into double spitters, that's already gonna be one hell of a interesting attack. I would have 100% popped the I guess it's, yeah, okay, no, I would have probably popped the main prince ability early, actually, now that I really look at what I would have done and when I would have done it, given what was left on the base. But this one from Surgeed actually not looking half bad. Still has another overgrowth. Probably would have loved it better if he had another revive at this stage in the attack. He's gonna good call on the overgrowth. Is not getting the Wiz Tower in there though, but I would have to guess we are gonna go tit for tat once again. Wow. Unless the Revenge Tower, but he has to freeze. Gonna all come down to timing of that overgrowth to wear off. Because now his troops are just waiting. Some in range, some out of range. And the freeze ready to be deployed. There goes. He's gonna have to get his troops to pile up on that Revenge Tower mainly because now he didn't get anything and that Revenge Tower is gonna go off. But ain't no way in hell or heaven to defend this, and it's gonna be a triple. GG. Nice job, Surgeed. Like I said, tit for tat. Where's my YouTube? Okay, that's weird. My platform is having some issues apparently with the YouTube detection, but oh well. If you're over on YouTube and you're enjoying the show, feel free to leave a like. Would really appreciate it. Helps out the channel massively. Alright, so that means we still have the same advantage for FB Esports as we had after hit number 2. Just 3 stars more and 20% destruction more per side. So all in all, that set of hits was... yeah, it's not gonna change anything about the war, let's put it that way. And let's put it not as... how you say that? Yeah, I don't know, but you probably got what I mean. Let's see though. Ooh, next hit from Assassin Crew. Kind of late. But we shall see. If it's more than, or if it's later than 12:30, then they will have an issue. Oh, frick, I was too late taking the screenshot. I hope we can claim that if we need it. Because it was... some might argue it was just 1 second late. I would argue it's 31 seconds late. Just because they allow you to hit between 12:30 and 13:30 for this hit slot doesn't mean you should hit right around 12:30 and like even get yourself into that risk. Oof. Really small queen charge. And even that short that the queen was or is still under the angry jelly effect. Taking this time for that queen charge after all. And now in with the bowlers and the Dragon Duke on top with the king. That's gonna be completing that funnel. Taking a lot of damage already from the various defenses here, so it's going to be using that warden ability now, as 3 of his bowlers have walked outwards. So that's definitely not what you want to see. The heroes lingering in that, in the fire spirits from the lava launcher. It's also not what you want to see. Then everything is sort of coming together again on the top side, which is nice, I guess. As that was where the town hall used to be. Ooh. Momentarily ×4 as well. It's a good thing that I'm streaming this, because I feel like if you really want to, you could claim 2 penalties on this hit. One of which, of course, is a lot more defendable than the other. But rules are rules, in my mind. Like, you might agree with them or not, but they're there, and they're there for people to follow equally. That's at least how I look at it. But that might just be me, but you know. There's a rule for a reason, and you should follow it if it's there. Alright, next hit is in. We got Nevin, let's see. Of course, if Nevin manages to go with a triple here as well, then it all doesn't matter, because FB Esports will hold on to that to that advantage that they have of 3%. Again, they're going into very heavy defenses at the start. Not sure if that's on purpose or probably is, because then the heroes and the troops will be healthier. But on the other hand, you could argue that if you go towards or from the other side, like sure you take more risk on the part of how you say that, like getting the town hall or not, which is very much arguable to not do that. But on the other hand, you take less risk going into the back of the fire spitters instead of the front. This is going to be tough though to get through. He's still got the freeze, the totem, and the revive, and the minion principality even. But he also has a fair bit of defenses still up in the fire spitter. No, not the fire spitter, the lava launcher, the revenge tower, the double super whiz tower. That's got a pretty decent ability off here, but it looks like we're going to be looking at a high 2-star if I were to have to guess. Does have the Phoenix though on the Dragon Duke. That could maybe help him. Oof, but me and Prince and Duke are both down. Hoping he's gonna get through that. Yes, he will. Eventually. I meant the whatchamacallit? The Super Whiz Tower. I thought he was at first I thought he was holding on to the revive for that. Ooh, it's gonna be close. And it looks like we're just barely not gonna get it unless the Greedy Raven absolutely goes off. Oh wow, it does outrange the mortar. Well, that's a weird statement actually, because it doesn't do anything that the mortar could do to it, you know? Like it's not like the mortar can hit it. It looks like we're gonna be so close, but not quite. 98% for Nevin. Very good try. Alright. Last hit from Assassin Crew, CoC. Let's see what he can do. It's going to be coming in with the Duke charge. And guys, I don't want to stress it too much, but if you're enjoying it over on YouTube, feel free to leave a like. It does really help the channel. And over here, we are going to be following up the Duke charge with Super Bowlers. Looks like we're mainly using the Duke in a way to funnel. then let's see. I was about to say that Phoenix can't last forever, right? Yeah, no, it can't, and it won't. Wow, that's a deadly combination. The logger with the sweeper as well. And there it goes. Like, even just for the bowlers, that's gonna be a deadly combo. Or a deadly thing with the... Oh wow, he's really lucky. Right, in comes the revive already. So he's not gonna have that for the backhand. Early Warden ability as well, and an early Queen ability as well. This base really heavily trapped around the Town Hall, it looks like. Because even the... Wow, and the Duke's already down. That's insane. Looks like he's sort of almost lucky to get away with a 2-star here. Damn, bruh. I would not have expected that at all, honestly. And of course, saying he's lucky to get away with a 2-star is a bit of an overstatement, but he is not going to get a good percent here at all. He's going to get around that mid 60s, low 60s even. Currently sitting at 62. Might get like 1 or 2% more on the army camps if he's got enough time for the archers to get them down. Yeah, well, easily have enough time, but still that's gonna leave him below the 65% mark, which means, of course, a triple wins it outright. Especially because FB Esports currently, despite being down a star, they are up 1%. Was this not mirror? No, Infinity Cup, Kieran. This is Infinity Cup, it's not Vane Cup. Vane Cup's mirror. Vane Cup's in the next one. And indeed, that is mirror. Alright, let's see who is left on the side. It is Khan. He has been able to step up for the team more than once already in the past. But yeah, good thing that it... Why... I think mirror time hits are set before... Huh? I have no clue. Because to me, mirror just means, okay, I'm number 5 on the war map. I hit number 5 on the war map. Let's see what Khan can do in this case. He is going to be... Like, as if... yeah, no. That would be making it even harder. But then... Yeah, exactly. Then people would just have to set really shitty bases for like the number 1 and maybe number 2 as well. And then you'll be golden. Oh wow, this could actually save his entire Duke charger, getting him the scatter shot as well. Does he still have that little bit of health reboost as well? Yep. So should get the... Oh wow, even had an invis left. Damn, bro. This Duke charge is insane. Will now face the enemy logger though, so... That's not going to be as effective anymore. And also that little bit of damage that it does on death doesn't do anything. Or at least nothing meaningful. Looks like we're trying to take out that air defense, but failing. Yep. Do still have 6 more rocket loons for that, though, if we want. Why? Oh, I was about to say, why is the logger not turning it? Not turning around. Right, nice and steady into the town hall, but did have a bomb there. The town hall is gonna fall. So we are gonna look at that 2-star. Back end is... Oh wow, that is a really delayed warden ability. Damn, bro. Back end is looking difficult though to get through. But it is looking really good at the same time, I do have to say. Looks like we are gonna overgrowth on the back end fully, and we have lost that bottom part of our attack, which is not great. Ooh, great use of those rocket loons actually. Let's see, the main thing is that our defense and the Super Wiz Tower that are overgrown now. Time is gonna be easily enough. We can get to that enemy. Yep, nice. This looks very, very good indeed. Looks like Khan is again, for the so manyth time, gonna be stepping up for his team and bringing them the war-winning triple. Wow. I would not have expected both teams to triple twice after one-starring their first attack. Ooh, that was really squeaky. Very, very nicely done. In the end, yeah, I do have to say FB Esports even not hitting a low percent either. 87 here, 98 of course for Nevin. It was really, really close. And then the King with 78, which is... yeah. I guess someone has to have the lowest percent. So yeah, you're not gonna do much about that. Let me actually quickly bookmark this clan. Then bring my account back to this one just before I forget. And then we switch. And we also update the title. Because this is gonna be the Vane Cup lower bracket round 2. Is it lower bracket actually? No, if it's, no, it can't be. Wait, where's my league utils? No, it's, where did I get the lower bracket round 2 from? It is winners bracket round 3. The Unseen versus Horizon Esports. Yeah, exactly. It is upper bracket round 3. I don't know where I got lower bracket round 2 from. And then we also gonna adjust the title over on a YouTube. Let me see. Of course, for YouTube, the title that I had was too long. Oh, CoC Esports. Bank Cup. I'll just do that as UB for upper bracket. And then it fits. Cool. Nice. Cool. Then up next, I need to actually quickly update this file, because that is the file that stores the cleanse tag, just so the bot knows what to fetch as far as war stats go. So it will fetch that. It will fetch it when it gets there. But of course it hasn't spun yet, so nothing to fetch at this point in time. I'm just gonna activate these real quick just cause I never know when I'm gonna do my legend hits, so I might as well just have them active. It's not like I can just farm 50k dark either real quick. Where am I? Always fun when, like, out of the blue you get a message saying, yo, we got a problem. I'm like, Uh. And it's for something that is not an issue at all. It's a player that apparently did their hit 1 second early. So I reassured them that that there's no issue, because if they claim a penalty for the 1 second early, we will claim for the 1 second late. And the fact that they use times 4 as well. But, you know, there's also a way to... I don't know what I was going to say, actually. I think I started with there's also a way to... but I definitely... But of course, you know, my brain just gets easily distracted by everything that's going on. Alright, war has been started. And indeed, it is also 9 p.m., so that makes sense. So let me get that previous prediction paid out. FB Esports won. Looks like, unfortunately... No, wait. Thank you, Knights, for the follow. Appreciate you, brother. Welcome in. How did I fix that last time? I think if I just quickly... Just quickly delete these files, then it will fetch on the next load and it will be good. Cool. All right. Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I didn't. I had the war lineup open, but I didn't realize that indeed there was someone to cover for me, which I really do appreciate. And let me actually get the other prediction started. Who'll win? It is either the Unseen or it is Horizon Esports. Electronic. Oh damn, that's annoying. That's really annoying, guys. What do you usually get attack-wise? And again, thank you for the follow. Really do appreciate that. Bringing us one step closer to our next goal of, well, right now 2750, but we are aiming for 3K by the end of this year. Just because then we can apply for the next tier up in the Supercell Creator Program. And that way I just need to quickly claim my free XP just because. But that way we can actually, I can start hosting giveaways for you guys of some stuff that I earn. The only real struggle at the moment that I have with that though is that I'm finding it hard to think of cool things to like tie the giveaway to. You find, yeah, I saw that, Kieran. Really do appreciate that. Also mentioned it in the Discord. But yeah, really do appreciate that, guys. That was nice. And we are right into War Day, but we of course have a little bit of time left before the first hit's gonna come in. So I think I'll just do like 2 or 3, or like 1 or 2, whatever, farm hits quickly. And then maybe tomorrow I'll do another back-to-back esports stream, just because tomorrow actually I know already that there is an opportunity for another one. Let's see, we did get the 50%. Let's see, can I get that dark as well? Hopefully, probably. Yeah, we can just go like this. And we got it, cool. I have no clue though what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I was talking about the back-to-back opportunity tomorrow as well, because tomorrow we have the ENL Cup for the Unseen, and we got Vane Cup for FP Esports, both of which, if yeah, well, if times 4 used, you better be ready for it then, Kieran. But I do have an opportunity if I have some time to do a 2-hour stream tomorrow as well. It's good to have that in the back of my head. Alright, looks like 3 of the 5 bases have been claimed, but I feel like that's mainly just for show, because this is Vane Cup. You don't listen well, that's fine. Basically, you better be ready to clip if they use times 4. But of course, the claiming is mainly just for show, just because Vampire is gonna have to hit their number 1. We got Ramsey hitting their number 2, Ferrari hitting number 3, Dylan hitting number 4, and a Broodje Burrito hitting number 5. So no one needs to actually place a flag or whatever. You put, yeah. Yeah, I do. So these bases are burned afterwards. Or like should be considered burned. Claim so they don't. Ah, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, typing is hard. Yeah, no, but I do understand that they're just, even just out of habit, claiming bases just so you know, okay, think even now if you do hit the wrong one by mistake or you attempt to do it, they are gonna, or the pop-up is gonna show like, oh, are you sure that you want to hit this base because it's claimed by a teammate or whatever, or like a clan member of your clan, someone else, however they say it on the game. So I guess it is smart to claim in any case. Like I guess even in 2v2 if there's a hit order or whatever. But now we're just waiting for it to become 37 minutes. Was also really interesting because of course in this tournament, the Vane Cup, it is the special rule that of course you like have to hit your mirror, and another tournament had a rule that like, yeah, just doing normal esports isn't nice enough. So we are also gonna tell the players that you can do like you can hit any base like normal, but you can own, or like all your hits from the entire team should be Lalo. And then they don't specify what or what makes a proper Lalo, because of course, you know, people can like think about that somewhat, so that's fine. But like they don't specify like, oh, so basically more than half your troop space should be Lalo, for example, or like consisting of lava hounds and loons, whatever, anything. And then afterwards, even though like a lot of the hits, or like basically all the hits in a war had been Lalo, they are like, yeah, no, you use 3 Dragon Riders and 5 dragons in this, even though then still the majority is Lalo. But no, that doesn't count. You do this, this is now dragon spam and it's not Lalo. So your hit's void. Bye bye. Good luck. Which cup? Diablo Cup. So I was not at all annoyed that my team was knocked out there. And they even slapped us with another penalty when we argued too much about the fact that we were convinced that our hits were Lalo. Right, but let's see what Ferrari can do. He is going to be coming in with the Super Bowlers. I think recently he received some pointers from his fellow players on how to use this strategy. Or like how to better use the strategy, I should say. Man, now people don't... Mirror is confusing me. Yeah, apparently, like, I don't get it either. Mirror was like literally... Though, like, honestly, I even knew the term mirror before my competitive days. because I used to have this rule in a lot of CWLs that I played in, that we would hit mirrors. And then as well, back in the day when Trojan Wars were more a thing, there was this rule that your first hit had to be on your mirror as well. Just so everyone had their first target already picked out and they could like scout on it the entirety of the prep and war day. Because of course Trojan Wars meant in competitive mirrors rarely. That's true. And I just realized that you said the complete opposite of what I thought you said. Because I thought you said that they didn't know. Oh boy. That they didn't know what a mirror was because they didn't play in competitive. But you're saying that you probably are one of the only ones to know because you are like that you were probably one of the only ones to not play competitive before this. As we start with an unfortunate 1-star for Fikari. Nice try, I guess. Don't want to be too negative. But it wasn't too great. Or at least could have been better. About 2 stars better. But yeah, and competitive mirrors are hardly ever used. To be fair, this is the only tournament that I know that uses them. And we'll have to also wait and see when that first hit from Horizon is gonna come in. And if they're gonna remember that this tournament is mirrors only. Well, at least they remember for the first hit, which makes me think they'll probably remember for the rest as well. We're gonna be seeing a super bowler strat. So let's see what we got. Looks like in this case we're starting off with the Monolith Arrow Queen Charge. I'm getting pretty decent value. At least 2 defending heroes already nice. And then craft the defense too. And then recalling nice and safe. I was about to say that those bowlers should do damage to the multi-arc star too, and they do. Nice and early on the totem. Nice and early as well on the tome. Good poison on the defensive CC. Funny to see how this player is missing 1 level on their defensive minion prince. which just now has been fully taken out. Revenge Tower doing a number on his troops, which is always an issue. Is not going to go down because it's even going to take out those Yanimites. But it is eventually going to lose the battle versus the Queen, who is in turn going to lose the battle versus the multi-arch tower. That is then going to lose the battle versus the bowler. Not of the revived Dragon Duke. But slowly but surely he's going to be running out of time. Does have the added benefit though that the scatter shot is currently being tanked by that bowler, who is going to be healed up as well. Ooh, that might have just reset the scatter shot if it even matters. Doesn't look like it does, but looks like this is going to be a high 2-star. Mainly just because of time issues. As time indeed is running out at 98%. So a big advantage for Horizon Esports after hit number 1. Or, well, I guess hit round 1. Counting 2 hits into round. But I feel like that's already making it overly technical at this point. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Next hit coming in from Vampire. And Vampire as well, using the super bowlers. People were annoyed about the fact that the previous meta was basically all air, even though it was already a big part super bowlers too. They are gonna feast their eyes on this. Though that Queen had taken a lot of damage. Probably gonna recall after taking out the scatter shot. I would honestly. Yep, smart choice. Don't overstay your welcome. Especially if you've technically already set a good enough funnel anyway. But Queen's still under that angry jelly effect. You can spare like 1 archer. I would. Oh, nice. Probably gonna get it on the bowler bounces. No, wait. What's gonna bounce there? Water Queen's gonna go there. Not with the bowler bounce, but she is going there anyway, nonetheless. Might not be a half bad idea though to pop that warning ability. There it goes. Noise. Even though a lot of troops are staying in that compartment where the town hall used to be. Right. Actually has that Dragon Duke timed pretty much to perfection to get him into that core of the base. Doesn't have a revive, just has a poison, but it looks very, very good. Gonna have to somehow though get through that remaining bit of defense. Does have a minute on the clock though. Hopefully he remembers that there's a stream so he shouldn't times 4. He also has a fair few bowlers left. And of course Queen with her healers and a giant out in front. It's just a matter of time before this triples. Wow, nice hit. Vampire. Goated addition to the team. GG easy. I told him no. Oh, good. Smart man. Because of course, for teams that are getting streamed more often, it is a bit of a, how you say that? It's like a yeah, basically a bit of a habit to like not times 4 if you're getting streamed. But for a lot of the teams that might not get streamed as often, they'll just do it like without even thinking about it. So good thing to be extra clear about that when it matters.
Dreams of gold dancing in my head. Feels like magic in the air. Let's go.
It's also an added bonus of having the stream if you're looking for like penalty thingies. Just because when you watch back the vote, you can like on a, I wouldn't say like a near real-time way. Basically, you can see if anything's going other than it or different from how it should. Right, Flame Flinger at a 3 o'clock corner, Queen in from 6. Right away into a lot of DPS, but with one well-placed Invis spell, we are gonna get right through. Meantime, has down or has deployed some Valks. Can't use your Vault to get time hit pens in most. No, maybe not like the Vault directly, but you can just, you know what you can do though, because for the timed hit penalties, they basically require a screenshot. So what you could do is just go into the Vault, find a frame highlighting why the claim is valid. So for example, showing a time of 1 second past the hit time, and then just screenshot that. So easy peasy. Like you might not be able to use the Vault like directly, but you can use frames from the Vault, because you know all that video is anyways just still frames in a sequence. That's not. Oh yeah, no. Of course it is. Like I've never seen that caused an issue. And to be fair, you can of course in this case crop out that sidebar that shows that it's an actual stream. As this one is looking like a pretty big defense, even though we still have one revive. We also have one half T-core. In that regard, the redesign or like the rebrand that I did for the artwork has made it a lot easier to not make this seem like a stream. Not allowed to use streamer POVs in most just keep. Yeah, well, we'll see. Let's hope it's just not needed, because then that's cool. Right, King has been revived, it looks like, because the revive's gone and the King's up again. And it looks like we're only going to get to 74% in the end. Kind of curious now how the percentage will be. I think it's probably still going to be advantage Horizon Esports. Yeah, by 2%. Which is not much at all. But oh well, you know, it's cool. Let's see what Dylan can do. Dylan coming in with Yetis and bowlers. I was kind of curious why he would only have four bowlers, but you know, if you bring 3 Yetis, that's already going to be a lot of troop space as well. Finds 3 million Seeking Air Mines. Right, oof, that is a big rip. Does he not have auto deploy of the abilities, or did he already pop ability from one of the Seeking Air Mines? Maybe I couldn't see. Missed the invis. That's not great. And already had to invest his revive to even get a little bit of value from that Dragon Duke. It's not the best of starts. Alright, it's really way too emotional for me right now. Let's skip it. Not the vibe I was looking for at all. So, alright, but let's see what Dylan can do. He is approaching that town hall. Finally. Overgrowth on the backside. And does get the town hall down, but Queen is also down in the meantime. Same for the Rage. So we are looking at a bare minimum 2-star. And it's not really got any looks to get any more than just a low 2-star. And with that multi-up, that's also gonna kind of cut this short. Those bowlers will get burned down before they can reach it, even though they technically should be able to reach it. We'll get 2% more on that, but it is gonna be 77, unfortunately. Which is still a little better than I expected when I looked at what was left when we just passed the 50% mark. But you know, we could always hope for better. Now it is the turn of Horizon Esports again. But of course they are waiting for that head slot to open. Which it just did at 17:30. Though what I always tell anyone that asks if they, for example, have this head slot like the upcoming player for Horizon, is to just aim for 17 and use the flexibility as a fallback in case anything goes wrong. Because otherwise, if you don't, and if you just hit right at that 17:30 mark, then you'll always get in, or you can always get in trouble from the server desync. Let's see this RC charge. Pops the ability. For a sec I thought, wait, he's 4xing, but of course that can't be happening at this much time left in the battle. And it's just a haste vial that he popped. Let's get a lot of value from that. You gotta say. And recall. Also at the expense of a lot of time though, so you know what will weigh harder or heavier, I guess. So let's see. We have overgrown the town hall and everything around it, so that's not the best. But it could be in for an issue here, for a big surprise. Does not have a V5 either. So it looks like we're on for a very high 1-star. I was gonna say 2-star, but then I was like, wait, no. Because even he can get all those buildings except for the one that is most important to him right now. It's gonna be a 98% 1-star. Damn, bro, these guys are unlucky. First with the 98% 2-star on that first hit, I believe this one, yeah, from Boone or Bowden. And then now the 98% 1-star from LS. Wouldn't want to be them. Alright, Burrito is in next. Gonna be starting with the Duke. And starting us off with that usual / traditional Duke charge. Nice chain so far. Ooh, perfect invis. I always get fricked out by that. I always mess up somehow. Especially when it's in such close quarters. Like, one tile makes the difference between not protecting your Duke with the invis and making the building you're trying to get invisible. So in that regard, I do applaud him for this so far already. Is going straight into the long shot and mono combination though, so that's not great. Might warrant an early warden. Or at least it's gonna give the healers a lot of work. Kind of funny though to see this approach, because this is normally heroes-wise the approach that I used to use with Hydra. Ooh, nice freeze as well. Does have the revive for the Duke eventually as well. Which, due to the fact that I'm not used to the different skins, took me a little bit of time to find. But it looks like we did find him just fine using the revive. Does have the freeze too. They just use it on the revenge tower. Smart move. Does get the chains off as well, but the minion prince does snipe it too. That's a rip. Oh, this guy just used 4x. Looks like you told the wrong guy not to, Kieran.
Empty room, screen still on. Your name already gone. All these walls know your life echoed.
We'll see if they claim it. Hopefully they don't, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do. I told him before, rip. Though, to be fair, this is the exact issue that I personally have from a streamer point of view with that rule. Like, in this attack, there was no way he was gonna triple. The attack was pretty much over anyway. It wasn't like coming down to the wire. He already deployed everything that he could deploy. So in that regard, I would have totally been fine with it being 4x, but it's the rules. So we'll see. Alright, Alex in now with the bowlers as well. Let's see what we're getting. Currently, decent value. Of course, I was too distracted to see what was in the middle of that compartment with the double super whiz tower. Looks like it was the revenge tower actually, so that would count as really good value. Now coming in with the log launcher. Long time since that's been used a lot in competitive. And of course, the only reason that it's used from there is that pathing right into the mono and the double scatter, even though one of the scatters has already been taken out. There goes Town Hall, so there's going to be at least a 2-star. Facing a lot of multi-target defenses though on the back end. So more likely than not, it's going to be looking at a defense. I don't know that actually. Let's see, King is going down. That's a good thing because the revive, which you can tell he's holding on to for the Duke. But in my mind, I would have already used it like 10 seconds ago on the King when he went down, because you could tell that the Duke was going to stay up, and he probably screwed himself out of another triple this way. Especially because now you got to wait for the Phoenix to expire. Wait, wait. Oh, he revived the queen after all that. He definitely scammed himself out of another triple here, Alex. Damn, bro. That is unlucky for him. Or, no, it's just dumb. Like, he waited forever to use it, and then used it on the hero that I could have, like, revived 3 light years ago. But we'll see. Last hitter from the team of the Unseen is going to be Ramsey, who should be in before 4:30, let's put it that way. Making it really tight. But he is in before he was too late. So let's see what Ramsey will do. Is coming in with the Duke charge. Is about to also lose Spirit Fox, but barely keeps it alive with the timing. Is now gonna go down, however. And unfortunately looks like he is not gonna get that Revenge Tower on this. Alright, I was kind of doubting whether he actually did have the Electro Fangs, but he did. I guess that the reason I was doubting was because there were so many buildings two tiles apart. Damn, this guy's going risky though, that's for sure. I was gonna make a dumb comment about the fact that that's what I kind of hate about this tournament, like this style of tournament, but then because I was gonna say like he could have just gone for like a safe 2-star on this base and been okay. But then I also realized that this was probably like a two-folded reason, where it was partially the reason that he had to do a hit on a base that he didn't like, and for another it was probably also the reason why the 1-star hit 1-star, because they had something similar going on. So, you know, any comments in that regard would have been very one-sided if they were made. But in the end, we are going to get into 69% 2-star for Ramsey, which means that technically any 2-star win defense wins it, but that does depend on whether the opponent claims for the 4x speed usage. Thank you for the hydrate. Appreciate you, Hellstorm. Welcome in, by the way, as well. Yeah, we'll see. But Mosht is in. I don't know what the pen is for. Me neither, actually. Let's see, do I still have this in my downloads as Mosh is going in with the Duke charge? Or was this actually the one that did have a proper thing? Oh, right. Right, I remember that as well now that you mention it. It's like, yeah. Maybe it says in the channel top message. Let me see. Oh wow, no, it doesn't even say in the message of like your war's gonna be streamed. Oh no, but what do you mean it doesn't say? I scroll down to the penalty section and right away I see the penalty. But oh well, doesn't matter. Let's see though. Alright, there is the 2-star. Do you have an overgrowth left? We do have a revive left. But we also only have 40-ish seconds left, which is going to be the main part why this one is probably going to run short. Though, oh wow, I completely forgot the overgrowth or the revive, so it might even be a triple regardless, which it looks like it will be. Damn. Okay. Rip. Looks like it is gonna be an L anyway, because of course they had massive percent advantage. Yeah, I was as surprised as you are, because I did not see that one coming at all. Though I guess, you know, it would have probably been an L either way with the fact that they could claim for time store being used on stream. But yeah, that one was really not expected at all. Oh, special offer, what's up? Oh, it's stupid one-time purchase things that say great value. I was like, maybe they have some random decoration or whatever for like free. Yo, vampire, yeah, rip indeed. Big rip, unfortunately. It's kind of funny though, because my freaking YouTube automatically just translated that message into scheur. I'm like, what the flip? And then I hovered over it and it said rip. I'm like, that makes more sense. But yeah, big rips indeed. I was gonna go to the wrong clan like 4 times there. But we want to go back to that one. And I think as well that I am just gonna call it a night here, guys. We've been live for nearly 2 hours. I will, of course, pay out the prediction even... Well, I might as well just delete it. No one voted in it anyway. And let's see who is live, who we can raid, who we can spread some love to. Oh wow, looks like we're gonna have to go out on a exploration mission actually on Twitch, because no one that we follow that is currently live is streaming Clash. Yo, bye Kieran, see you later, man. Ryu? He's live. Cool. Right as we were about to actually go and raid someone ourselves, we get raided by the big turtle power. Thank you for that raid. I do appreciate it a lot. Damn, you really get a lot of alert for that actually. But how was the stream, turtle power? I guess we'll stay live a little bit longer then, just to like not have it go completely in vain. Let's go. Yo, Khan, how you doing, man? Big GG's on that attack. You saved our butts. Really well done. And of course, big GG's on the win as well. Oh, my bad. Right. Let's play. Gotcha. Yeah, I do prefer to at least stick either to people that I've like raided before if they're playing something else, but generally I do stick to just raiding people that play Clash. And I'm sure as you're not new to Twitch that you understand. Let's see, do we have the 50? Now we do. I understand, yeah. Oh, nice. Does he play competitive as well, or? To just, like... yeah, I don't know. Is it just like, legend? Right, I guess that's gonna be what we get. Yeah, he's modified. Let him won a couple. Oh, nice, cool. I am actually hoping to get to L1 or L1. I wish L2 this week. Just because I've been in L3 for a long time. Yo, Salman, how you doing? How is life? Oh, that was a really weird arrow. But now Logger just basically wrecks everything. Nice, that's what we like to see. We did get a lot of loot though, so that's good. Now the Warden will still get Town Hall. So all is good. Let's see, yeah, we're not really gonna stick around too much longer. We got 1.3 and 1.4 mil. So the only other thing we could have gotten is Heartbreak, and we don't like that. Alright. More loot. We want more because we need to upgrade stuff and things and all of it. And we want a lot of loot. Like preferably enough to do good and cool upgrades. Though we're mainly to the point where it's mainly traps and supercharges. And we'll just get it back to chat mode just because, you know, no more wars. and waiting till we are, I don't know, a long time, I guess, to find decent loot. Don't know why that got caught up, but bruh, no loot at all. Jesus, holy crap. Guess we'll just take this just because it's mainly looking like the loot's gonna be on the outside. Which, picking me, what? Lol. I am kind of curious though, do you actually apologize as much as like people say Canadians tend to do? Or is that like a myth? Bro, he bought the freaking Valks off of the town hall and onto the defensive hero. What the frick? Couldn't really resist tripling this base. Wow, but bro, the freaking loot bonus was bigger than the if you're asking me a question, no, it wasn't. Ooh, we got everything. Nice. I guess it's still... Can't even see if it's still freaking DE. Oh, I can see if it's still DE thing. It is still DE thing. Let's see, what do we need for the cheapest but best meaningful upgrade? Probably the 10.4 for a spring trap. No worries. You're hearing things low, yeah. Oh well. I think at least we should aim for our second star bonus on this account, just because, you know, it's free stuff and we want free stuff. Especially because I'm Dutch, you know, you probably all heard of the stereotype. Alright, nice, that's one storage. That's probably like 2-ish. That's 3 in this case. Do want to get some more gold here as well though, even though we already got the 50%.
Walls rise up in front of me, shadows say what I can't be. Every chain that held me tight cracks wide open in this light. I hear the fear start to fade.
Right, nice, pretty decent loot. A little bit low dark. But that's fine. Yeah, just keep going. Can already tell that my mind was already like moving on from streaming to the next thing that I was gonna do, but then of course Turtle Power raided us, so we didn't want to just go and quit right there and then. but we are gonna call it a night in a little bit. Let's see if we can get to that dark elixir storage. Probably no. Don't even know if it is in the DE storage. Well, I guess it has to be because it can't be anywhere else. Or, yeah, I guess Town Hall, of course, still is an option. But we're not gonna get there, so we're gonna close out of this. We still need 2 more stars for a star bonus. Ooh, good base. Good loot, at least. Not sure about how good the base is, but it's good loot. And that's what we're here for. Damn, I got a lot. Didn't get much loot, but I got a lot of stuff. That was kind of funny. Didn't get a lot of elixir though, but that's not the point. 1 more star for a loot bonus. How did we get so little loot with such an expenditure of troops and spells? That's fine though, we'll make it work because we can do like this and we can do like that and we got a lot. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say wait, I don't have chains, but then I remembered, yes, I do have chains. Alright, nice. And with that, we have the second loot bonus or star bonus in as well. Perfect. So we can claim that from the CC. Yep. Nice. Love to see it. What can we actually do? Pretty much everything that we want, I guess. Yeah, literally. I guess we're gonna go for giant bombs. Or a giant bomb. And then now we are actually gonna call it a night, guys. Let me see. Just gonna refresh the Twitch Clash of Clans page. And I guess we're gonna be just raiding Bunchy. As I always filter on English speaking streamers. But let's see. Let's slash raid. And then of course my mouse is right in front of where I wanted to read his channel name from, Bunchy FN. But of course, first I do want to thank you guys for watching. Big GGs once again to both FB Esports and Horizon Esports for the wins. Probably gonna be live again tomorrow for another back-to-back Wars action. But if not, keep your eyes on my Discord when I go live again. Posted the schedule today. Enjoy it over at Bunchies, and I will see you guys the next one, actually. Peace. And now the raid's gonna go, and I'm gonna have to do some awkward time spinning. Nice. Love to see it.